I know you both have some pretty strong opinions about what we can and should be doing. I'm not sure that the government can address all of the issues, but Heidi, maybe there's something that they could do to maybe offer consumers a little relief at this point. What do you think?
Well, at this point, I think they really have to focus on those low-income consumers who need to get to work, who would like to maybe now amp up their employment. You know, we had the great resignation. I think more people with inflation coming the way it is will be looking for more opportunities in the workforce. But the cost of getting to work in places like North Dakota is going higher. And so you're going to see investments in weatherization of homes. As you said, natural gas prices are at an all-time high. You're going to see investments in mass transit. And, you know, I think the one thing that they need to do is avoid gimmicks. Gimmicks like, you know, we're going to eliminate the gas tax for a while. That will have a minimal impact. You know, and I think the governor knows that the true answer to this is a sustainable long-term energy policy so we don't have these wild swings in energy prices. And I think it's important that people look to providing instant relief or some relief right now for people who are really hurting. You know, I can drive where I need to drive, but it's awfully hard for that woman who's cleaning houses to drive from house to house. And so instant relief for them, what can we do for them, but then looking at long-term energy policy that will stabilize prices long-term and create you use this great domestic supply we have.
I think that the two of you are going to be able to have a very reasonable conversation about long-term things that we can and should be doing, but I don't think we're going to hear a lot of that from Washington these days. Judd, gimmicks is one thing, and then I think just misinformation may be another thing headed our way about what we can do, what's going to be helpful, maybe some of the plans that might be in the works. What do you think of ideas that you've heard to date about how we can fix this?
Well, the great irony here is that this is a self-inflicted wound given to us primarily by our government policies. So to look to the government to straighten it out is a bit ironic, to say the least. I remember, look at it this way. This is basically green think meets the real world. And three major things have occurred because we've gone into this policy of green think. One, we've lost a major American advantage, which has given us true strength as we moved into this century. And that was energy independence, so that we didn't have to rely on the Middle East and the insanity there. We didn't have to kowtow to the autocrats in Russia or Iran. Second, capital formation, which is capital, which is at the essence of driving energy policy and creating oil and gas exploration, has dried up because of the ESG movement. Last year, private equity funds put $76 billion into renewables. They put $6 billion into oil and gas. And lastly, you've got this incredibly stupid policy, which says Canada and the American oil producers are our enemy. This is our government policy. But Venezuela, who truly is an enemy, and Iran, which is clearly an enemy, we should go to them and try to get them to produce more gas. It's very hard to understand how we want to look to the government to try to straighten out a problem, which has been driven in large part by the government. Sure, you can do little things at the fringe, but what you really have to do is reassert the incentive for the oil and gas industry to get capital and invest and move the product. And all of that is being limited by regulatory excess coming out of Washington.
Judd, I'll agree with that. The points you made 1 and 3 are valid, that if you talk to the energy companies, they will say, look, the government makes it really difficult for us to plan. It doesn't make sense for us to do these things. But the second point you made, that middle point about private equity, look, private equity is doing this because that's what investors, the general public, wants to buy into. So, you know, if you want to look to just business taking care of itself, I think that's not necessarily going to happen, which is why you probably do have to look to government to make it tax incentives, like you mentioned, to actually make it more worthwhile. This is not just the government at this point. This is oil industry executives will tell you they feel dirty walking into their country clubs, and people give them dirty looks.
I rarely disagree with you because you're one of the most thoughtful people in economics and market forces really in our whole community and our whole culture. But I have to disagree with you here. It's true. Yeah. It's true.
Everybody enjoys it. I know that's a
but the point here is The but is that if you don't create an atmosphere where people are willing to invest in oil and gas production, because you're saying to them that if you do invest, you will be undermining some social cause. If you've got the college endowment funds, the public employee funds, if you got BlackRock saying, we're just simply not going to invest in oil and gas because it's not politically correct for us to do that, then you don't have the capital available that's necessary for oil and gas industry to explore.